Good morning to all students who promoted from 8th standard to 9th standard. So now we pass on to next part of the unit 1 measurement physics, unit number 1. This is the second part. I divide this lesson into 3 parts. First part we have finished already. Now we are going to go through the second part, and one more part is there. It will be sent to you by the following week. Now we come to the lesson. Before getting to the second part, we recall what we have learnt in the previous class. In the previous class, we discussed physical quantities and its classification, fundamental quantities and derived quantities, as well as unit. Fundamental quantities means that can be measured. So likewise, derived quantities and units. So now we get into the lesson measurement, second part, and we discuss about fundamental units. Okay, come on. I welcome all students of Madurai districts to participate in this program. If you have any doubt, you can clarify with me. I will give my number later. Now we discuss measurement. I have taught already the 7 fundamental units. What are they? Meter, kilogram, second, Kelvin, ampere, candela, mole. Please go through the slide. Meter. How they written the symbol of meter, small letter M. For kilogram, small letter K and small letter G. And for second, small letter S. And for Kelvin, they used capital letter K. So we discussed this later. Now we come to fundamental units. Fundamental quantities, length. So length, what is the SI unit of length? So it must be the fundamental unit. So the SI unit of length is meter. Meter means, 1 meter means what is the meaning? Or what is the measurement of 1 meter? 1 meter is equal to distance travelled by light in vacuum in 1 by 29 crore 97 lakhs 92,458 seconds. Here you note it, second, not seconds, second. I will teach you later why we use second here, because this is a huge quantity, but we use the symbol or unit in singular form. So we will discuss later. Then pass on to derived units. What is meant by fundamental units and what is meant by derived units? Units used to measure fundamental quantities are called fundamental units. Similarly, units which are all used to measure derived quantities are called derived units. So how the derived units will be obtained from fundamental units? Let us discuss. Here we are going to learn how will we obtain derived units, derived quantities and their unit. Physical quantity. What I have taught. What do you mean by physical quantity? Physical quantity means quantity that can be measured. It means it may be a regular object, can be measured with the help of the formula. So now we step by step discuss about physical quantity. So the physical quantity, first one is area. So for area we have a separate formula to find the area of any surface. That is physical quantity. There is a formula, separate formula. What is the formula for finding area? Length into breadth. So length into breadth. Length is the fundamental quantity. For length, what is the fundamental unit? Meter. Similarly, breadth is also lengthwise. So we can measure the breadth like length. So the fundamental quantity is breadth, and fundamental unit for breadth is meter. So meter into meter, meter square, that is derived units. So the meter square, the unit meter square derived from basic, that is fundamental units of length and breadth. Likewise, pass on to volume. What is the formula for finding the volume? To find the volume, we have separate formula, that is area into height. Already we have found out the derived unit for area. What is it? Meter square into height. Height is also similar to length, fundamental quantity, and it has the fundamental unit as meter. Now we multiply the units of area and height. Meter square into meter, which is equal to meter cube. Similarly, for density, what is the formula to find the density? Mass by volume. Mass, that is fundamental quantities. Fundamental unit of mass is kilogram, and for volume we have found out the unit, derived unit, that is meter cube. So kilogram by meter cube, that is equal to kilogram per meter cube. Now we can write this derived unit kilogram meter power minus 3. So this is the mathematical techniques. So we learnt how to get a derived unit from the fundamental units. So this lesson is about measurement. To measure a very large distance, that is the distance between sun and the earth, we have a separate special unit for this distant measurement. Astronomical unit, symbol is AU. This unit is used to find the distance of center of the sun from the center of the earth. And one astronomical unit, the value of one astronomical unit, that is distance from the center of earth to the center of the sun, is 1.496 into 10 to the power minus 11 meter. So for measuring the large distance, we are using this type of unit. And next one is light year. This is also one of the large distance. Distance travelled by light in 1 year in vacuum. Because light can passes through vacuum, but sound cannot pass through vacuum. So the distance travelled by light in 1 year in vacuum. Here vacuum means, I want to say the meaning of this vacuum in our mother tongue, vetritum. The value is 9.46 into 10 power 15 meter. So to find the to measure very large distance, we use this type of a measurement. The next, another type of unit, atomic mass unit. This unit is for finding the mass of proton, neutron and electron. Proton and neutron are inside the atomic nucleus, Anukaru, and in the outer layer of atomic nucleus, electrons are revolving around atomic nucleus. So such type of protons, neutron and electron can be determined using atomic mass unit. To find out atomic unit, there is a formula. One atomic unit is equal to 1 by 12 into mass of carbon, that is C12. Do you know mass of 1 milliliter of water is equal to 1 gram. In early days, we, that is people, purchased liquid in milliliter, liter only. Nowadays, how do they get the liquid like milk and oil, etc.? So, now they are buying the liquid form of object in gram. For example, I translate in our mother tongue. இப்போ என்ன வாங்க போகிறோம், என்ன வாங்க போகும்போது கோல்டு வின்னர் 1 கிலோ கொடுங்க, 1/4 கிலோ வேணுமா, 1 கிலோ வேணுமான்னு சொல்லுங்க. அந்த க்ரோசரி கேட்குறாரு, பலசர கடைக்காரர் கேட்குறாரு. மிஞ்சி மாதிரி லிட்டரு மில்லி லிட்டரில் அப்படிலாம் நம்ம கேட்குறது இல்லை. இப்போ யூசேஜில் இருக்கிறது என்ன அப்படின்னு கேட்டிங்கன்னா, மில்க் மட்டும் வச்சுருக்கோம். அப்படி மில்க் மட்டும்தான் நம்ம வந்து லிட்டர் மில்லி லிட்டர் அதில் நாம் இன்றைக்கி நாம் யூசேஜில் வச்சுருக்கோம். பட் மோஸ்ட்லி ஆயில், கீ இதெல்லாம் பூரா பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிராமாக மாறிடுச்சு. அப்போ லிட்டரில் இருந்து மில்லி லிட்டரில் இருந்து கிராமாக மாறிடுச்சு. ஃபார் தட் பர்பஸ் we have to know this mass of 1 milliliter of liquid, not particularly water, liquid, is equal to 1 gram. Similarly, mass of 1 liter of water is equal to 1 kilogram. So you have to know these two. So this is about the atomic mass unit, and liter convert into gram, kilogram, milliliter converted into gram. So 1 milliliter is equal to 1 gram, and 1 liter is equal to 1 kilogram. Okay. There are some prefix of unit. For example, we simply ask gram, meter, liter. If you want huge amount, that is more than, for example, more than 1000 gram or nearly 1000 gram, you need not use that 1000 gram. For that purpose, we have unit prefixes. That is, we add magnitude before the unit. That is called unit prefixes. Symbol placed before the symbol of a unit to specify the order of magnitude of the quantity. So unit prefix means kilo, only kilo. For example, gram. If you want more quantities, you add kilogram. Similarly, meter also, meter, kilometer. There are some gradual measurements are there. Let us see later. Likewise, here I draw one horizontal line. Here we are separating, that is, we separate the horizontal line by 10 to the power. First, begin with 10 power 1. மையமா 10 power 1 வச்சுக்கோங்க. ரைட் சைடில் போகும்போது 10 power 2 and 10 power 3. After 10 power 3, you please add plus 3 to the power gradually. For example, 10 power 6, 10 power 9, 10 power 12, 10 power 15. Come to the left side of 10 power 1. So these are all integers, negative integers. Power is negative, not integers. This is power. All the powers are negative. That is 10 power minus 1, 10 power minus 2, 10 power minus 3. Here, after 10 power minus 3, you add minus 3 to each and every 10 power minus that's going on. That is 10 power minus 3, next 10 power minus 6. Then next 10 power minus 9, 10 power minus 12, 10 power minus 15. So each have separate measurement name. 10 power 1. What is the scientific notation for it? 10 power 1. It means only 10. That is called deca. So this is the unit prefix. If you measure anything which is small in length, that is 10 decameter. 10 decameter அளவில் உள்ளது. Next 10 power 2. 10 power 2 means, what is the expansion of 10 power 2? 10 into 10, that is 100. That is, here we call it as hecto. So hectometer, hectogram, hectoliter. And next 10 power 3. What is the expansion of 10 power 3? 10 into 10 into 10 into 10. Multiply the 10. 3 is 3 தடவை நம்ம 10 மல்டிப்ளை பண்றோம். So we will get 1000 as a answer. So that is called kilo. So kilogram, kilometer. நல்லா பாருங்க, இந்த கிராமுக்கு முன்னாடி நாம அதை சேர்க்கிறோம். கிலோகிராம். மீட்டருக்கு முன்னாடி இதை சேர்க்கிறோம். முன்னாடி சேர்க்கறனால தான் அது பேர் ப்ரிஃபிக்ஸ். So kilogram, kilometer. Likewise, we are naming the measurement name. Come to this side. 10 power minus 1, deci. 10 power minus 2. 10 power minus 2 can be written as 1 by 10 power 2. That minus become positive if it goes to the denominator. So 10 power 2, 1 by 10 power 2, that is 1 by 100. And next 10 to the power minus 3, milli. So milligram, millimeter, milliliter. So we add before that measurement, basic measurement or fundamental measurement. So milligram, millimeter, milliliter. And 10 power minus 6, micro. And 10 power minus 9, nano. And 10 power minus 12, pico. And 10 power minus 15, femto. So likewise, these are all unit prefixes. Rules and convention for writing SI units and their symbol. Very, very important part of this lesson. How to write the unit name after the numeric. How to write the unit symbol after numeric. So there are 7 steps are there. We discuss the important point of rules and convention. First, unit name. Mostly all the unit names are denoting the name of the scientist, because They only invented or discovered, invented kuda varadu, discovered that unit. So they named their name as the unit name. For example, Newton, scientist name, who discovered the gravitational force. Likewise, Henry, Ampere and Watt. These four names are denoting the name of the scientist. But while you write the unit name after the numeric, you should not return the unit name in capital letters. That is the main point. Here go through the example. Newton, Henry, Ampere and Watt. Next, unit symbol. First we have seen unit name. Now we are going to see unit symbol. Only we denoting the unit with the help of its symbol. While you use the unit symbol, it should be written in capital letters. That unit symbol also the name of the scientist. Here we use unit symbol. That is, the first letter of the scientist name became a unit symbol. That unit symbol must be in capital letters. Example, capital letter N. Capital letter N denotes the name of the scientist Newton. But here we are using unit symbol only. So the first letter of his name begins with N. So we use that letter N and we use this letter in capital letters. Similarly, Henry, Ampere and Watt. Third point, very important point. While you use or while you write SI unit wherever, you should not use punctuation. No punctuation should be used while writing SI unit and also their symbol. That is main thing. Here, what do you mean by punctuation? Punctuation means here it denotes full stop. So that no punctuation, whatever it may be, but no punctuation should be used while writing SI unit. And should not use plural form. For example, I have a thread of 1 meter. So 1 meter is a singular. Suppose I have 100 kilogram of tomatoes and 100 kilogram தக்காளி இருக்குது. So 100 is plural. That is, more than one object goes under the plural form. So the plural form வந்துருச்சு. So 100 kilograms அப்படி நம்ம s சேர்க்க கூடாது. kg அப்படினு சொல்லும்போது சிம்பிளா போடும்போது k small letter, g also small letter. No need to add s after the letter g. kg. So once again I recall you, no punctuation and no plural form should be used. And fourth one, degree. Degree means denoting the temperature. For using these units might have been used only to measure temperature. So here there are two units, Kelvin and Celsius, and one more thing, Fahrenheit. So here we use degree, and in some places we should not use degree. For Kelvin, Kelvin is also the name of the scientist. So he discovered this unit. So they named the unit of this measurement as Kelvin. For Kelvin, there you should not use degree symbol, that is small 0, that is small o, சின்னதா மேல 36 மேல போய் 0 அப்படிம் போலமா, that denotes the degree. So கெல்வினுக்கு வந்து நம்ம டிகிரி அப்படிங்கிற அந்த சிம்பலை யூஸ் பண்ண கூடாது. Simultaneously for Celsius, if you want to denote or if you want to measure the temperature in Celsius, you must use the degree symbol. 36, above to the 36 you mark a small circle and then Celsius. C is in small letter. So 36 degrees Celsius. So the fourth point is also very important. Kelvin, Celsius, Fahrenheit. 3 measures are there. And fourth one, number, that is 10 kilogram or 100 kilogram. இப்படி நாம எழுதி இருக்கும் பொழுது there should be a separate by a space, that is there should be a space in between the numeric and the unit or symbols. 10 கிலோகிராம் அப்படி நம்ம எழுத போறோம் அப்படின்னா 10 அப்படி நம்ம எழுதிட்டு leave some space and then write down the unit. That is very important. 5 points. These are the 5 major important points to follow rules and convention for writing SI units and their symbols. I think, are you clear? If you have any doubt, not only for our school student, this program is for all students who are studying in Madurai district. If you come across any doubt regarding this lesson, what I taught just now, you may call me and clear your doubt. My phone number is 9500241948. So let us finish this part now. We shall learn vernier caliper and screw gauge in the next class. So once again I remember, all students who are watching this video can clear your doubts. Not only for our school students, this is for all students. So if you come across any doubt, please call me. So let us meet once again in the next video program, that is third part of this lesson. Okay, thank you very much.